Hello everyone, this is Andrea and I'm doing well, as I hope you are. Today's message is dedicated to the men in my life and men all around. Society has put great pressure on men to uphold a home, to financially support their family, to treat women with respect no matter the difficulty, to treat themselves in high regard, that they are the warrior in the family. This has strengthened some men, but in some instances, depending on the background and upbringing that they have had, this has harnessed some men. Society has portrayed them as having limited ability and has a label or stigmatism if an individual, especially that of a man, expresses his feelings, his emotions, the way he treats his family, his significant other. They are portrayed not to cry, not to speak of the emotions. That's the woman's role. And they have great pressures of making sure that they are strong in every situation. But the reality is we are humankind and we work together. They have the stigmatism that men should be the breadwinner of the home, even today. As women are climbing up the ladder of success and empowering their families and becoming their own breadwinners, this has affected men in some sort of way. Sure, they'll shrug and say, yes, my wife is taking care of the family, as I sit home and take care of my family in the home front. She is contributing financially. On another realm, when men go through difficult times, loss, stress, depression, emotion, they have to hide in a corner and shun themselves from the world to really embrace and take on these emotions. This is something that strikes a chord with me. As I was growing up, I hid behind my athleticism to keep away from the cliques of those females, the gossipers, the ones that were always comparing themselves to others. And I spent most of my time around men, well, at the time, guys and boys. And I really understood the mindset of them. And then, of course, one or a few damage what men are to represent, treating women as products, possession, that they have no say, nor should be seen nor heard other than as a piece of candy. We have to alter and be careful of how we stereotype our genders. We have to be careful of what we tell men not to do and what to do. This affects a relationship down the road. Because when you get in a long-lasting relationship with a man and they're not comfortable in their own skin of being feminine, having emotions, doing the qualities that are quote-unquote stigmatized for women only, they kind of are shamed. And I want to stop this right now, because men are just as important as women and need to be heard and need to be seen, even on the softer side. And unfortunately, that is what it's become. They've been labeled soft, whipped, or not even a man. And that is disturbing to me, as I have many male figures in my life, even role models. And it's hard to share that nurturance and love with them because they haven't had the strength or courage or awareness to talk about their feelings. So I want to empower you out there. I want to empower and give men the strength, courage, and belief that they are just as powerful as women in the softer arena. Meaning that of sharing their stories, sharing their fears, sharing their love, their emotions. Together, the thread is that we are all human and need one another. The confusion, misunderstanding, and disappointment is that it has to be separate. Men are not allowed to do this, men are not allowed to say this, and men are not allowed to look like this. When in my eyes, as long as you love yourself, take care of yourself, and do the best for you, that's what we ask for. Sure, as women, we are very difficult to deal with our roller coaster of emotions, our wants, our needs, our concerns. But even as women, we have difficulty expressing ourselves in fear of loss, abandonment, being judged. Men also have many traits that women can benefit from. That warm embrace, that reality check in your mind, and even that empowerment that you need when you think all else has failed. To the men in my life, they have been very strong. Some outgoing, some very intellectual, others have a combination of both. But they are real. But the problem that I want to erase from all humankind is the lack of authenticity. If you were raised as a man by a bunch of women, feel proud and share your legacy of having the nurturance, understanding, empathy, and compassion just as much as you would as for your courage, strength, and knowledge. We have to unite and pick each other up and fill each other's gaps when needed. A lot of times men are to do labor work, critical thinking, and think on the spur of the moment. But many times in history, as we have seen, that's not always a good thing. That's why I truly believe putting the pieces together of men and women and working collaboratively. It's not about competition. It's not about the male ego. It's not about how strong you are, how good you look. It's about what is inside your heart that matters. It's about being true to who you are. If you are loving and have humor within and a soft side as a male, embrace that. That's a skill. That's a talent. That's a gift that you were given. And if you have to learn how to be courageous and strong and powerful because the lack of the male role model in your life, learn those traits. There, in my world, is no such thing as a male, female, or gendered toy or material item. How you use it in its function is most important. Is it functional, fun? And that's what it's about. The more we separate men and tell them not to be emotional, not to be empathetic, not to be soft, that they have to have this armor all the time, what we're really doing for those who have fears and doubts, we're just swiping them under the carpet and putting a armor over them. I'm here to tell you to get to the root point, the root cause of your emotions, to be yourself. I'm here to tell you not to be ashamed to cry, not ashamed to talk about your fears and emotions. That's human connectivity. The brain is designed to have a left side and a right side, a creative and intellectual side. Regardless of gender, we all have it. Some stronger than the other in one area. We are here to complement each other. We are here to work together on problem solving and being a part of the solution and not the problem. So the more we divide one another for each other's flaws, each other's traits, each other's differences, That's not what it's about. We are here to bring each other up and bring out the best in one another. So please hear this from my heart. To the men out there, the strong, the courageous, the emotional, the ones who love to cook, do arts and crafts, and the ones who love to share their emotions. Be unique, be authentic, and be one of integrity and passion. I love each and every one of you out there. And I'm here to support the men in my community and all around the world. It's not about male chauvinism. It's not about being soft. It's not about being weak or vulnerable. It's about being human. I thank you today for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below on how you feel and how this has affected you. Be strong and be comfortable within your own skin. And always, always do everything with love. Press play on the game of life and learn how to plan a life according to you. My name is Andrea, and I will see you in the next video.